You're watching Local 3, and Friday Night Football starts right now!
From Local 3 Sports, this is Friday Night Football with Ben Bobick, Samantha Casano, and Greg Glover.
Friday Night Football is brought to you by Food City. Nobody does food like Food City. And Sonic. Sonic.
And now, Friday Night Football.
I'm going to tell you all with a tear in my eye, this is the greatest moment of my life. When you walk around the Tennessee Valley and tell everybody that you're number one, the only way to stay number one is to be number one. And you're watching the number one high school football show in Chattanooga, and we are back, baby. Welcome to week one of Friday Night Football on Local 3. And when I tell you this is the best show of the year, you know I'm not lying because it's the first one. Let's get this party started in 2023 with none other than our game of the week.
It's time for the Friday Night Football Game of the Week, sponsored by Warren & Griffin, your local five-star law firm, supporting high school football for decades in Chattanooga and North Georgia.
Football in 1933 was a lot different than it was in 2023, but it's the first time the Tryon Bulldogs and Gordon Lee Trojans squared off on the gridiron, and to this day, it's one of the best rivalries in the Peach State. So what better place to start a new season of FNF? And what better reporter to start with than Samantha Casano, who joins us live from Tryon. Samantha, both these teams looking to make a statement. Who would do it?
Hey, Ben. Yeah, I forgot how much I missed high school football, and tonight certainly did not disappoint. Tryon and Gordon Lee facing off for the 88th time in these two programs' history. There is no love lost between these two teams. Let's roll those highlights and show you who is taking home those bragging rights this year. Tryon looking for their third straight win over the Trojans, hosting Gordon Lee in the Week 1 matchup. And the Bulldogs get right to work. They find the end zone on their opening drive. Toby Maddox punches it in amongst a host of players. Tryon on top 7-0 after the extra point. Next Bulldogs drive, Cade Smith connects with Ethan Willingham. He is wide open for the TD. Tryon doubles their lead thanks to the junior duo. Now allow me to introduce you to Gordon Lee freshman Braden Stoker. Stoker takes the handoff from Dustin Day, who doesn't need much room to walk it in. Trojans get on the board. It's 14-7 Tryon after one. The Dogs don't slow down in the second. 4th and 2. Maddox takes the snap, keeps it, avoids a couple of tackles, and he is off on a mission. Spoiler alert, no one is going to stop him. Tryon makes it a 21-7 game. They're up 28-7 at the half, and they keep on making noise after the break. Fourth quarter, Dogs up 49-14. Smith with a beautiful pass to Willingham to cap off his multi-touchdown game. Tryon leaves no doubt they take down Gordon Lee in a convincing 56-14 final.
I think it all starts up front. I thought our kids did a great job competing up front. We were able to throw for well over 200 yards, probably close to 300 yards, ran for probably equally as much. So when that happens, obviously our skill kids are doing a really good job, and our receivers, quarterbacks, running backs are doing a good job. But it all starts up front.
It makes it awesome. They've been hopping this game up all week. This game's been hopped up a whole lot. And I don't know, it just feels great to come out here and do what we said we was going to do.
Bulldogs win their 66th all-time game over the Trojans. They've now won the past 3 years over Gordon Lee, and in case you were wondering how dominant they have been in that stretch, they've outscored Gordon Lee by over 100 points. The fans were chanting T-Town. That stands for Tryon, but hey, they might be chanting that for another reason coming up this season. For now, live at Tryon High School, Samantha Casano, Local 3 Sports.
The Dogs, forced to reckon with. From our game of the week to one of our defending state champions. The Tyner Rams are going to look a whole lot different than the team that carried the gold ball home in 2022. Their opponent tonight, and the Red Bank Lions, were a game away from playing for a state title themselves last season, and they look poised to earn that opportunity again. You could not ask for a better night at Tom Weathers Field. Great crowd on hand, too. You wouldn't want to leave this one early because you would miss this. Jordan Shaw off the edge, laying the boom with the sack. Untouched on Tyner QB Jamari Ballard. Rams third long. Ballard going to look to make something happen, but it's Red Bank's Malik Reiser who rises to the occasion to pick off Ballard and put the Lions in business. Red Bank wasting no time either. Already up a couple scores in the second. Eric Hill with a little pump fake Got him right over the top to Cordell Howard, who hauls it in for 6. The Lions were loving every bit of tonight. Hey, credit to Tyner, though. They fought hard. You saw some glimpses of that physical Rams squad. They'll find it this year, just not tonight. Red Bank opens with a 44-6 win over the defending state champs. Let's head to the mountain. Signal Mountain, that is. What a game. This is going to be Eagles hosting McMinn Central, 2 up-and-coming teams. Just take it from the start. How about a touchdown from the opening kickoff, son? Jay Goodwin houses it to start 2023 for the Chargers. You literally can't have a better start. Signal Mountain ain't going to take that on their home turf. No chance. Cash King, straight cash, homie, to who else? Blake Wolford, his favorite target, cruises on in for the score. Signal Mountain answers the call, and the crowd loves it. McMinn Central going to take it to the ground now. Aiden Piemans fires it in. This game lived up to its billing. It's Signal Mountain who gets the victory, 34-26. These two really should have 2 solid seasons. Let's head to David Stanfield. 2 teams in McCallie and CCS have a chance to be really good this season in their respective classifications. Blue Tornado on the doorstep that they're forcing the Chargers turnover. Jay St. Hilaire looking, but it's Ezra Dublé with the goal line pick to keep McCallie out of the end zone. CCS, well, you know what? Feeling themselves now, but they're backed up in their own end, and Marcellus Barnes Jr. returns the favor. Hey, ref, get out of the way, huh? Blue Tornado in business again. Hey, CCS's goal line defense in midseason form keeps them calling out of the end zone, forcing a field goal. Hey, kickers are people too, huh? Come on now, we got to show them something. Elliott Arnold makes it 3-0. Big Blue and the Chargers piece together a great drive to follow, converting on a 4th and 5 as Darrell Brown pounds it in for 6. CCS would lead for a bit, but McCallie, well, they'd wake up and they wouldn't let up as they win at 53-13. Let's go to the scoreboards for the first time. Baylor, the defending state champions, with that new video board, go down by double digits at home. Squatchy County, that is, 21-7 over Bledsoe. Ooltewah, big winners tonight as well. Let's keep it rolling on that scoreboard. Cleve Vegas, winners on the road over Clinton. The Coach Tygart era off to a good start. Polk County, winners over Copper Basin. East Hamilton over Hickson, 40-16. Marion County, winners over East Ridge. Grace Baptist, 20-7 over Lookout Valley. And Ray County, 34-0 over Soddy Daisy.
Friday Night Football is brought to you by Food City and Sonic Drive-In. We thank the Chattanooga area Arby's for feeding our Friday Night Football team. Arby's, we have the meats.
And just because it's week 1 doesn't mean we don't have a play of the week, especially as long as Keyshawn Taylor is playing for the Ringgold Tigers. Day 1 of last week's Best Preps Jamboree, and Taylor Moss's half of the Soddy Daisy secondary on a great pass from Garrett Edgar. We're going to be seeing plenty of this cat on this very show this season. Actually, we'll see him later on this show. Congrats to Ringgold's Keyshawn Taylor, our week 1 play of the week. And we are just now kicking this into high gear as we have another rivalry game on tap for you in Athens and some more excellent non-region action. Don't you go anywhere. Friday Night Football on Local 3, right back after the break.
Cheer on with the Friday Night Football cheerleaders of the week.
Are you proud to be a general? Yes, we are. Tell with us. Are you proud to be a general? Yes, we are. Are you proud to be a general? Yes, we are.
The McMinn County Cherokees have been a staple of consistency in 5A. A lot to be proud of, but none of that matters to them unless they beat Bradley Central. And guess who was coming to Athens week 1? None other than the highly touted and new-look Bears as they plan to show off all their new toys tonight. I'm not sure there was a better crowd in Tennessee than in Athens tonight. Cherokees and Bears for the 100th time. McMinn County down but not out as they mount the comeback, and look, someone scored here, but we're not sure who, but he's in that pile somewhere. That's all that matters. Speaking of those new Bradley Central toys, here's 2 of them. Caleb Martin, to Boo Carter, yeah, you ain't catching him. That's as smooth as it gets, kids. Bears extend their lead, but we know better than to count out the Cherokees. Ethan Faulkner, bring it around town. He gone. Yeah, he gone. McMinn County not going away in the second half. Bears need an answer and no need to overthink it. Martin gonna go up top again, and it's Boo. Call you Boo, because this Boo is out to scare the entire state of Tennessee. Bradley Central wins it 41-21 over McMinn County. Just down the road in Cleveland, it's the Walker Valley Mustangs opening at home against Notre Dame. Walker Valley moving it. Evan Schwarzel on the screen to Hudson Makuch. Look at the 8. Just keep them Tootsies in bounds, huh? And he's moving and grooving. What a cut for Makuch. Stangs on top early over the Irish. Working it in the red zone again. Schwarzel is swarmed. Look at this closing speed from E.J. Carter all over the QB. Not on his watch, but the Stangs head coach Drew Akins raved about his QB, and this is why. Schwarzel dropping it in a bucket between two defenders and a great grab from Roman Yulo down to the one. Walker Valley using power football to get this one in. Malachi, Martin, Eminem, Stangs looking good tonight. They defeat Notre Dame 45-8. How about a little year 2 of the Gary Rankin era at Boyd Buchanan as the Bucs open up against Chattanooga Prep, who's still finding their footing as a program. And listen, we often brag about having the best coverage, because we do, but we have guys laying it on the line for you. Sebastian Jones on the punt return and the Sentinel. Hey, take out our photojournalist, Charlton McCullum, who's a Boyd alum too. He'd be okay. Still, laying it on the line for Yins at home. The Bucs honor their alum after his spill. The touchdown, Jalen Sandifer crosses the goal line for 6. Then it's Boyd Buchanan on defense. Fumble on the pitch, and Caden Bates hops all over that one. Quicker than a middle-aged mom on a new sweater on Black Friday. Bucs ball. Boyd Buchanan rolling, and they take it to the air this time. Brody Lowe rolls out, finds wide open Hudson Whammick, and wham, touchdown Bucs, no doubt for Boyd Buchanan tonight as they win big 52-0 over Chat Prep. Let's go to the scoreboards for a second time. Sale Creek, the Jason Fitzgerald era opens with a dub over Midway. White County over Silverdale. South Pitt 56-0. Whitwell winners over Huntland 20-6. Blessed Trinity 17-7 over Calhoun as we dip into Georgia. North Cobb Christian over Christian Heritage. And one more for you here. Koala Creek, the Coach Carter era off to a good start over Murray County. Athens Academy over Dade County, and Dalton winners over North Murray.
Catch all of the fun on Fan Cam, sponsored by Arby's. We have the meats.
It's the oldest rivalry in the state of Georgia, and the reason is still it's highly successful, other than the players, the fans, of course. Here's a look at our Week 1 fan camp from Tryon.
Let's go, Dogs! Let's go, baby! Let's go! Let's go, Dogs! Let's go, Big 4-4! Let's go, baby!
Brings up third down.
D to the U to the L to the L to the D to the O to the G to the S. Go Bulldogs! Whoa! Go Bulldogs! Whoa! From the B to the U to the L to the L to the D to the O to the G to the S. Go Bulldogs! Whoa! Go Bulldogs! Whoa! Yeah!
It's time for the Friday Night Football Band of the Week with Greg Glover, sponsored by Armor Exteriors, your locally owned, not locally franchised, exterior remodeling experts.
Our trek across the Tennessee Valley has begun in Friday Night Football and Band of the Week. We're at Northwest Whitfield High School for the band called
Northwest Whitfield High School Sound of the Blazing Blue Marching Band.
This is Andy Wynn. He's a senior. He's the drum major. You're going to have a great year this year. Tell me the title of your show.
Phantom of the Opera.
Explains the beautiful costume here. Andy, thanks so much. This is the first of this year Friday Night Football
Band of the Week.
Now, this game could have easily been our game of the week, and it often has been in years past. And what a treat for us. You mean to tell me Heritage and Ringgold are playing Week 1? Simply a must-see affair every season. The Generals getting the home game, and my goodness, they have even smoke for their entrance. Packed, and I mean packed house tonight. Speaking of smoke, Heritage may have it, but Ringgold wants all of it. Logan Moore picks off a Brady Chandler pass, and Moore doesn't just want more, he wants it all, dog. Logan Moore, pick 6. Get this guy some free Spencer's barbecue this week for that one. Tigers on top early. Ringgold offense picking up where they left off from the Jamboree. Garrett Edgar with the quick strike to Taylor Pearson. The Tigers are up 14-0. Heritage now dipping into their bag of tricks. Chandler to J.C. Armour, who unloads to Evan Wingrove, who comes down with it. Sets up a Generals field goal attempt, but they just could not catch a break as Sean Taylor gonna block it. I told you we get to that cat again. Close game as always, but it's Ringgold who comes away with the dub 21-13 over their rival. Down in Lafette, we got the Ramblers and Chattooga Indians, and the Tribes strike hot early. Landon Willingham to Matthew Bryant, and Bryant is trying to turn on the burners here, but credit to Lafette's Porter Sentel, who tracks him down, and they hold Chattooga to 3 here. And it would prove vital as the Ramblers blaze. Stone would pick off a Willingham pass, and Stone has nothing but green in front of him. How about a house call for the Lafette Ramblers as Stone scores to give them a 7-3 lead. Lafette not done. This time a nice drive capped by this Kalis Finley touchdown run. Ramblers roll to a 28-3 win over Chattooga. One final time to the scoreboard. Armurchie over Gordon Central. We got Gilmer over LFO, Coosa over Southeast Whitfield, and we're dipping into North Carolina now. Andrews 35-0 winners tonight. Smoky Mountain over Cherokee. Hayesville 35-2 over Towns County. We got Murphy 41-14 over Franklin, and last night we had Northwest Whitfield winners over Pepperell, and of course that Howard Brainerd game again postponed tomorrow here in Chattanooga. Well, like I said at 6, we are riding on the edge of a lightning bolt, baby. Week 1 is in the books, and it feels like we're in mid-season form, and we're only getting started. Shout out to this amazing crew behind the scenes. We had so much fun this week. We're going to do it again next week. Watch yourself, boys and girls. We hope you have a lovely, lovely weekend.
Friday Night Football is brought to you by Food City and Sonic Drive-In. We thank the Chattanooga area Arby's for feeding our Friday Night Football team. Arby's, we have the meats.